Hello, everyone. I'm Rod Wortham, and welcome to Driving Five. Driving Five is designed to help you get to know the driver when they're not in their car, their personality, their interest, and the stories behind the helmet. Tonight, we're catching up with ARCA West driver Cole Denton. Cole, how are you doing this evening?
Doing great. How are you, Mr. Rod?
I am doing wonderful, man. I mean, how much better could it be talking to you on a Wednesday night?
Well,
Uh,
this is great. So just
our Well, usually driving fives are 5 questions in 5 minutes, but in today's episode, we're going to get an update from Cole's ARCA debut at Kern Raceway Park. And if we have time, we'll talk pro late models at Cordell. But let's start with the ARCA's race. Cole, I mean, gosh, if you think about it, it's a new series, it's a new team, it's a new car, it's racing on the West Coast. That's a whole lot of stuff that's new. So give us an update on how that race went and what you're doing to get ready for this weekend's race at Tucson.
well, I'm gonna start it off with I got a top 10 in my first race. I mean, that was just it was so awesome, and I only had maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours of practice the day before, first time ever in the car. So I mean, I think it went really well getting a top 10 at my first ARCA Menard Series West debut at Kern Raceway. I mean, went to Phoenix and did really good there, so got a lot of great experience. It was so awesome to be able to drive that car.
So tell us a little bit of difference. I mean, if you think about it, you don't have a lot of experience in a full-size car. You did a couple of pro late model races out there with Mike Nake last year, but now all of a sudden you're in an ARCA car. How much different is that? I mean, let's really talk about, legend cars to a few pro late models, and now you're in a big full size. I mean, really a big full size race car that's uh, extremely different than anything else that you've driven.
Well, I will say the Legend car and the ARCA car have more things in common than the Pro Late model and the ARCA car. Because the Legend car, just like the ARCA car, it kind of rolls over for the turn because of, like on Legend cars, it's the soft springs, but an ARCA car, it's how heavy the car is. But they drive kind of similar in that standpoint of things where they roll over and the power to weight ratio, even though the ARCA car is heavy, it has a lot of power, and the Legend car has a lot of power for the size of the car also. So you got to be careful with wheel spin, and on restarts you got to watch your wheel spin also. So I mean they're really close. The late model, it's very twitchy and it turns really easy. It doesn't really roll over for the weight wise. It's very a stiff car. So I'd say the Legend car is a lot like the ARCA car.
All right. Well, that's surprising actually, because to me, I mean, you're looking at a legend car. It's kind of small. You're sitting in the center of the car. Now you're in a big, heavy car, probably around 3,500 pounds with a lot more power. So that's an answer that most people would be surprised by. But Cole, if you could look back now, what are you taking away from those first couple of races that's going to make you better this weekend in Tucson?
I think just learning the competition for sure is one big thing, seeing how they race and what they do different than me, just to learn from them. And I think Tucson's going to be a really great race because there's 4 lanes that you can run and they're all the same speed. So you have to really work around that and find what lane works the best at that moment of the race. So I think just getting experience in the car has really helped me. And I think it's going to really help me for Tucson as well.
Now, if I understand things right, you've got a brand new spotter this weekend in Tucson. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So we're gonna be doing a lot of practicing and ghost cars just so I can get used to like what he says when a car's to my inside, outside, that kind of stuff. So got to get used to that as well.
Any predictions for this weekend?
Another top 10. That's the goal.
Another
Another
top
top
10.
10.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So we do have a little bit of time left. Let's shift gears a little bit. We'll go back from the West Coast right to one of your favorite tracks in Cordell. So tell us a little bit about that race and what you learned there.
I think that race went really great, and I got a top three, and that was my first time to ever race a 604 Pro Late model. And I mean that car, it's really fast for the small tracks. I think just getting in the car, it's like, man, this track is tight. The ARCA car, it's a nice big track, and you're on the throttle a lot. And the late model, you're just having to really get it around those tight turns. And Cordell, it feels so big in a legend car, and then you get in a late model, and it feels like a little bull ring of a track. So it's really fun, and I think the weekend went really good. I drew a number one, so I got to start on pole. I did have a little bit of wheel spin since I've never done a restart in those cars, and I fell back to third. And the car's a really good long run car, and they shortened the race to only 75 laps instead of 100. So that was a little disappointing because I like long runs. That's my strong suit, I guess, in racing so far, and just I think it went really good. Got a podium, my first time in a 604, and just thank you to Ty King Motorsports for that opportunity.
That's awesome, man. So I am going to surprise you with one question that was in our original five questions. So you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So if if you could spend a day with any person, racing or not, who would it be and what would you do?
All right, I'm gonna say my Aunt V because she's my godmother and she is the life of every party. I mean, she's always exciting and fun to be around. And everybody in racing is amazing and everybody I know is really great, but my Aunt V is number one on that list. And we were actually planning on going to the movies 2 nights ago, so I'll say going to the movies with my Aunt V.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Now you sound like Opie Taylor.
Who's that?
Well, you're a little young for that, but that's the Andy Griffin show, and his aunt was an Aunt B too. So look that up. You may see some similar things. So
I will.
well, that's a wrap. I want to thank Cole for joining us on this edition of Driving Five. Thanks for riding along with us, and we'll see you in the next episode.